state that on April 22nd, 2022, the notice of the meeting Upper Township Committee was posted on the official Township Bulletin Board, the Upper Township website, mailed to the Cape May County Gazette, the Atlantic City Press, the Ocean City Sentinel-Ledger, the Herald Times, and filed with the Township Clerk. Tonight's meeting will be video recorded up to and until closed session portion of this meeting and will be available on the Upper Township website. I hereby direct that the announcement be made part of the minutes of this meeting. Whenever, please stand for flag.
To the republic which it stands,
Barbara, please call roll.
Mr. Cox?
here.
Ms. Hayes is participating this evening
Present.
by phone conference. Ms. Hayes?
She said present.
Mr. Newman?
Here.
And Mr. Pancoast is also participating this evening by phone conference. Mr.
Present.
Pancoast? Mayor Corson?
Present.
All members are present.
Has everyone seen the minutes?
I would like to make, I'm sorry, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the April 11th regular and closed session minutes.
Second.
Mr.
Please.
Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried. All in favor?
Okay, I'm going to move on to reports of government officials. Gary, do you have anything for us tonight?
No, I just, I want to let the public know that I'm truly humbled, and I think it's my sole duty and to serve to the high expectations that the board has expected of me. I'm extremely grateful to the board and to the community in large for giving me the opportunity. Since the 12th, I've been in the process of systematically doing an overview of each department. I've been meeting with the employee base, getting the insight for some meaningful recommendations to the board. I think some of our EMS personnel are out in the lobby and maybe they're tired of my flow charts already, but we spent about 2 hours today just pulling apart the department and going through their equipment, their station houses, and personnel. The personnel here, the staff has been very, very helpful. Some of them I know directly, some of them I'm friends of friends, but I've been in the county for close to 30 years. I have to say special thanks to Clerk Mrs. Young and Paul Dietrich. Without their gracious facilitation, it would not have been as seamless as it has been. So, one other thing, I just want to give a quick overview. I read it to the staff at our first meeting on the 12th of what the Office of the Township Administrator in an overview will be. So the administrator is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the municipality and the delivery of public services to the resident of that municipality. The administrator coordinates the operations, activities, and administration of the municipality, the boards, and their agencies. As the chief administrative officer of the municipality, the administrator attends all meetings of the municipality, the governing body as required, advises the governing body on policies, decisions, and executes all state and local laws relative to the municipality. The administrator serves at the pleasure of the board and is beholden to the body's direction and exercise. This office of the Office of Administrator is carried under Title 40, 69A. That directs what this particular position does for the municipality. I'm truly humbled, grateful, and if I can do anything for the community and for this board to move the mission forward, I'm at your disposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Barbara, do you have anything for us?
Well, I just have two things. Welcome, Mr. DeMarzo. Look forward to working with you. And I just want to say how grateful I am to Mr. Young for his, I'm trying to get choked up here, for his many years of service, and thank him for his service, his expertise, his legal knowledge. It's going to be different sitting here with someone else, but thank you, Dan. We truly appreciate everything you've done over the
you have anything?
Well, I usually don't make, unless it's specific business, and it's rare, we usually deal with it during the agenda if I have something to come up. But since this is my last meeting, I just wanted to let everyone know, a couple months ago, I decided to step down as solicitor for the township. I made the decision, it's tough, it's almost 20 years, but I made the decision based upon, I want to spend a little more time with my family, and I want to concentrate on my private practice. But one of the things I wanted to do was thank you. Thank you folks up there now, and all the prior governing body members. They gave me an opportunity not just to be a solicitor in a town that is a beautiful town, a suburban town I'm going to get hooked up to, and a rural town and a coastal town. It was my home, and it is my home, and it was a labor of love. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm honored that you guys asked me to do this, and I'm going to be sad leaving, but it's time to move.
Well, Dan, on behalf of the town, you've done a fabulous job for us. I mean, I've been here from your start. I took a little break in my career. And, it was, you guided us right all these years. It's been an honor and a pleasure working with you.
It was over 30 years ago you and I sat together when you first chaired the planning board.
Yes. Well, you were on the zoning board, if I remember right, as the
I
chairman.
moved over to the planning board.
And then we moved you over.
Did both.
Did both, yes.
So it's been almost 32 years that you either represented our boards or the township committee.
Yes. Dan, you've done a fabulous job.
I can't mention everybody, but I also want to thank the staff in the past and the present staff. The two barbers,
Okay, Wanda.
Rhonda, Paul, Wanda Gaglione,
Barbara Young, or Barbara Camp, was your clerk?
Barbara Camp.
Barbara Camp is never
I didn't want to go and mention everybody because I'm going to mess these people out. But they were always professional, acted with integrity. It's not always easy, as the barbers know. I tell them things they can't do and things that they can do but have to do it a different way, and it's sometimes difficult. But they always did it with professionalism. So
Thank you.
I didn't mean to drag this out, but
We're gonna drag it
I
out.
wanted to say something in my last
Later.
meeting.
You'll be here next meeting, because we got a resolution for you.
You guys asked me to stick around for a couple little things, so.
Yeah, so, all right. Paul, do you have anything for us tonight?
Well, I'll just echo, Dan, it's been great working with you, and, I know both bars, we've always talked, and, you've instilled so much in us that there's gonna be things that we go on and we're gonna be thinking, well, heck, how would Dan want us to do that kind of a thing? And, so you've given us a great foundation to continue on and serve this township well, so thank you so much for your guidance over here. Now I have a little bad news. The beach fill that we've been talking about possibly getting at this coming winter of 2022, 2023, the federal government has not appropriated funds for that project. You've probably seen in the newspaper, Ocean City received funding for their northern end project that they've been receiving funds for, but the southern Ocean City, Strathmere, and Sea Isle City project was not funded this year. So we're gonna have to hope for the best, hope for good southeast winds all summer long to pull the sand back up on the beach, and hope that we have a mild winter like we did this past season.
I mean, was there a reasoning, or is there any hope of?
It just lost out in the funding. I mean, there could be a way, and maybe it's something that we have to maybe reach out to our federal legislators, that there is some possibility that in some of the infrastructure bills that are still coming through Congress, that maybe that can be put into one of the infrastructure bills, but it's something that we should probably look to.
Maybe we reach out with Ocean City, because I mean, if they're going to be the north end of Ocean City, the mobilization is almost there. If we were to reach out with Ocean City and Sea Isle, maybe try to move that, see if we can get a
Right. But I mean, that is,
a joint venture with the three of us to get this thing moving, because it would benefit us all.
yes,
I mean, the dredge is that close, to move it too far would be crazy.
I agree. The next thing is, put something on the share drive. There's a Sustainable Jersey grant opportunity to receive, and it's not really a dollar grant, but it's to receive what's called a EDF Client Corp, kind of an intern for the summer or a 6-month period. They come in and do energy audits and different things that really line up with some of our plan endorsement goals and activities on building emissions and tracking of that kind of stuff, so they would be able to do all those kinds of setup, and just was wanting to find out if the committee would be interested. I mean, it's obviously no cost to us. It's a grant because Sustainable Jersey applies and gets the grant through the EDF Climate Corp.
So we're gonna do energy audit, we actually might be able to save money.
Correct, which then they'll go and apply for grants, whether it's at the BPU or the other different agencies, to look at energy savings grants for the township. So if you're interested, we would need a resolution at the next meeting authorizing submittal into the that grant process.
I think we should go ahead and do that. Put that on the agenda for next meeting, Paul.
And then I just have, there is an item, it's actually the first one in the consent agenda, I just wanted to bring up. It's regarding a flood insurance promotion, and just really wanted to take this opportunity since it was on the agenda. We started this last year as, for promoting flood insurance as part of our CRS program. We'll be holding our flood insurance promotion meeting on July 23rd. It's a Saturday morning, 9 a.m. We have some insurance companies come in, myself, and we kind of give a presentation to the public on how to save on your flood insurance program. It's very opportune because with the changeover to risk rating 2.0, everybody's kind of changing their flood insurance policies and models, and just to kind of help answer those questions like that. So that'll be July 23rd at 9 a.m. And we actually had a good turnout last year. You figure Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, we had over about 35 people attend last year's meeting. So
That's good.
Very well attended. And believe it or not, there were 2 people from the mainland that drove over to Strathmere on a Saturday morning in July. So I thought that was it just shows how relevant and important that topic is. And that's all I had this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Barbara, you have anything?
Just want to give my comments to Dan, and I'll make them brief because I will break up. Just thank you for everything over the years. Really enjoyed working with you, and I'm going to miss you.
Thank you, Barbara. John?
Well, first of all, to Mr. Young, congratulations on your retirement. I hope you find the years to come very enjoyable.
I'm not retiring fully. I'm still going to have a private practice. I'm just retiring from the township.
So you get rid of all your headaches. But at any rate, thank you for your sage advice over the years. I hope everything works out for you going forward. On another note, I have a couple personnel items. We have 2 vacancies now in the township with the retirement or the Dave Hall resigning, and also with Scott Morgan not being here anymore. We also have an open position for the OEM director. I would like to suggest.
Actually, we do not have an open position for OEM. Scott Morgan is still our OEM coordinator.
Okay, so he didn't step down as OEM coordinator?
No.
That wasn't the way the resolution read. Has something changed?
My understanding of the resolution was to be removed as administrator, not as OEM.
Gotcha. Okay. At any rate, at least for Mr. Hall's position as construction or code enforcement official, I'd like to ask that we direct Mrs. Sharp to get an advertisement with a job description and salary range out there so we can backfill that position and get out ahead of this in such a way that it becomes transparent to the community.
I don't have a problem with that.
Who?
You all right with that?
Yep.
All right. Tim, Mark, you have any comment on it?
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
No, I have no issue with that.
You got that, Ron?
And that's all I had.
All right, thank you, John.
Thanks.
Kim, do you have anything for us tonight?
have nothing to report, but I would just like to say thank you to Dan for his years of service to the community.
Mark, do you have anything for us tonight?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to congratulate our new business administrator, Gary DiMarzo. I know he's had a couple busy weeks since our last meeting, and I appreciate the information that he supplied to us to keep us up to date. I would also like to thank Dan Young for his guidance over the past 5 months. Being newly elected, his guidance is definitely very valuable, and I appreciate that. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Paul for setting up tonight's teleconference. I know the technology is not really there yet. We're still using a telephone, but hopefully we can get that up to speed soon.
You guys sound good.
Thank you, Mark. Jay, do you have anything for us tonight?
Nothing much other than, number one, I also was here from the beginning with Dan, and then I took a little break, and then came back, and it always has been a pleasure. My children and Dan's kids were of the same age range, and they went to high school together, and we used to have great conversations, and now they're all over the world. Both of all 18 of our kids or whatever, 2 of mine in 4 years, they're all they're everywhere. So it's pretty interesting to catch up with you once in a while. And Dan, once again, appreciate your guidance over the years and the way you kept us on the straight and narrow. So and congratulations on you stepping down from this portion. As you'll see, I think he's...
Rumors of my demise are greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. And then we're going to, I also want to report back that I just spent 10 days in Arizona, California. The weather was phenomenal. Dry, 84 to 90 degrees every day. And let me tell you, it ain't coming back to this was not as rosy as I thought it was going to be. But I know it will be getting better. Other than that, that's all I have to report.
All right, thank you, Jay. I'd like to echo my colleagues' thoughts, Dan. You will be missed, and you'll see on our agenda here farther down, Dan is not leaving us completely. He is staying on as legal counsel to represent us through the BL Inland redevelopment process and the negotiations with Orsted and that. So he's going to work with our special counsel. Dan's going to join that team with special counsel and represent Upper Township. So just for the continuity and to continue that report. Also, Thursday, May 5th at 10 a.m., we have a National Day of Prayer. Upper Township is going to recognize it. We will have our township clergy will be here. There will be light refreshments served, probably coffee and donuts and maybe some bagels or something. But also, Saturday, May 28th, we have at the Gandy Farmstead, we have our 33rd annual Strawberry Festival and Craft Show. So that's from 10 a.m. to 3 o'clock. So if anybody's available, that's always a good time. And that's all I have at this time. So if we want to get on the agenda there, Barbara?
Okay. We have our consent agenda. All resolutions listed below are considered to be routine in nature, will be enacted by one motion. If the mayor or any other committee member wishes a particular resolution to be considered separately, it will be removed from the consent agenda and enacted separately. Are there any items on this consent agenda that anyone would like to remove?
Is there anything, somebody like to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion where we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pankos?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried to approve all items on the consent agenda. Item number 18, under new business, Historical Preservation Society of Upper Township requested use of Dandy Farm for their annual Strawberry Festival on May 28, 2022, with a rain date of May 29, 2022.
I'll approve. Second?
Yeah, we just, I just advertised.
Yeah. They know that's Memorial Day weekend, right?
I would hope so.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Carried. Item number 19, Historical Preservation Society of Upper Township requests the use of the Tuckahoe train station for themed train rides on various dates beginning June 4th, 2022 to July 28th, 2022.
I'll move that we allow that to happen.
Second.
Please call a roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried. All in favor? Item number 20, Marmora Volunteer Fire Company requests to hold a raffle number 547 on various dates beginning June 7th, 2022 to July 4th, 2023 at 40 North Old Tuckahoe Road in Marmora.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Abstain.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried, 4 in favor and 1 abstention. Item number 21, Marmora Volunteer Fire Company requests to hold raffle number 548 and 549 on June 11th at 40 North Old Tuckahoe Road in Marmora.
Motion approved.
Second. Please call a roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Abstain.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried, 4 in favor, 1 abstention. Payment of bills.
I hereby move that all claims submitted for payment at this meeting be approved and then incorporated in full in the minutes of this meeting.
Second.
Please call a roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried. All in favor? Report from municipal departments.
Yes, we do have the animal control report and the municipal court report available. If anybody would like to see them, they will be available in the clerk's office. And do we have to accept them by motion? I'll entertain a motion to accept the clerk order for 2
So
reports.
moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Pancoast?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Okay, at this time, we're going to open it up to the public. If anybody in the public would like to speak, please approach the microphone and introduce yourself and give us your basic address, and we'll go from there.
Blanche Adams, Steelmantown, Upper Township, and representing the Upper Township Business Association. And I do want to extend our gratitude to Dan Young for his service to our community, and that includes our business community. You were always very helpful to me, in particular in understanding resolutions and ordinances and explaining them, especially as we went through the master plan. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. I have a question on the resolution number 11 that was passed opposing the New Jersey DEP proposed coastal regulations. I just wanted to know what that is, because I tried to do some research on it. I didn't really see anything that seemed to affect us. So I just wanted to know if you could tell me that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of rules really regarding resiliency and how the state wants to combat climate change and sea level rise and trying to head towards a goal of resiliency. And one of the main issues that is of contention is they're proposing a 5-foot required freeboard above FEMA's flood elevation level. Right now, the state elevation freeboard is 1 foot. Most towns, though, have between 1 foot and 3 foot. Upper Township is currently 3 feet, which is kind of a more reasonable thing. And a lot of towns just feel that it's pretty draconian to jump up 5 feet to kind of take a big to try to combat all of what the projected sea level rise is at one fell swoop as opposed to trying to do it incrementally. So I think that's the main reason why we're joining.
So that 5-foot freeboard, would that be if the regulation is passed, it would apply to all coastal or anybody in the National Flood Program? And
Correct.
it would apply to new construction?
New construction, it also applies to construction that a town or a county or a governmental agency would have to do, that, we have to design for that extra 5 feet of protection. So there's also not just the private construction costs on residential homes, but it's also an impact to development on roads and bridges and buildings and critical facilities that a municipality may want to work on.
Okay, great. I know that upper, at 3 feet was cutting edge, kind of. We were on the upper end of that, but I hadn't heard that, so thank you. Thanks for that
Thank you.
explanation.
Is there anyone else in the public? Okay. Last call, hearing this one. Close the public portion, entertain a motion to go into closed session.
I hereby move that a resolution be incorporated into the minutes authorizing the Township Committee to enter into executive session for the following matters pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. The matters of personnel, litigation, Sampson versus Upper Township, contract negotiation for the following: Block 296, lots 1 and 2, Block 295, lots 1 and 2, and 5 through 14. Contract negotiation, Cape Professional Billing, request to modify contract. Delta Dental and Public Safety Communication Services. I also include in my motion the estimated time and the circumstances under which the discussion conducted in closed session can be disclosed to the public as follows. It is anticipated that the matters discussed in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Township Committee that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. With respect to employment and personnel matters, such discussions will be made public if and when formal action is taken or when the individuals involved consent that it can be made public. With respect to contract negotiations, such matters will be made public when negotiations have ceased and there is no longer a reason for confidentiality. With respect to litigation matters, such discussions will be made public when litigation is complete and the applicable appeal period has expired.
Second.
Let's go roll.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Newman?
Yes.
Mr. Bankos?
Yes.
Mayor Corson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, we're gonna thank everyone for coming out. Be safe going home. We'll take a short 2-minute intermission and then we'll reconvene.